What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 37 of Psychotic and Iconic. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in tonight. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and do so. And also, do not forget to share our link throughout the show so we can reach more people. Big shout out to Ant for our intro song. Everybody go follow him on Instagram at JustAnt. Big shout out to my dad who swears that I never did this before. I love you. I'm doing it again. So if you're not tuned in tonight, go fuck yourself. But now we're going off to Mikey P, and we're getting started for what's probably going to be pretty funny.
Well, we're starting off with energy tonight. I like it.
Of course.
That's a good son right there, Mike.
That's my guy.
Attaboy. First thing, though, announcement. Our Thursday show this week is rescheduled to Wednesday, 8 p.m. All right? Wednesday, 8 p.m. is our second show this week. Remember that. Tonight, though, Monday Night Football.
Let's get it.
Thank you so much, Phil.
Get it, baby.
Phil's great with this shit.
I'm sweating already.
I'm excited for this game.
You got DFS, you got props, you got fantasy football, you got Sunday recap.
We need air conditioning. It's hot in here, bro.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little heat too.
I'm bringing the heat tonight.
Yeah.
That's why. I'm bringing the fucking heat tonight.
Nick knows I got a Tom Brady comment saved up. You'll hear that too.
I can't wait.
All right.
I'm ready. I'm always equipped.
All right. Let's get right into it. Let's go. Monday Night Football. Turn that shit up. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Come on. Turn that up.
Here we go. Now it's loud as shit. Here we go.
All right, let's rock.
Son of a gun. Nick killed us in DFS this weekend. He won both contests and both by a small margin. I remember this one, though. Last night, David Njoku's 7-yard catch to end the game resulted in Nick winning by 0.3 to beat me. All right, so Nick's now our leader in DFS with 6 wins.
Regular.
Followed by 4 from me, 3 from Paul's, and Phil's going to get one. I just know it.
Sunday
All right?
afternoon, I was like, oh my God, here we go. I'm back. I'm
Phil,
right in it.
Phil
And
beat
then-
me on Sunday. Does that count?
Did he really?
That should be a win.
Yeah. You some dog shit.
I want some dog shit.
Wait,
Yeah,
on
I was gonna say-
Sunday or Sunday night?
Day. That's even worse.
Get him, Philip.
That's even worse for me.
Philip with one L.
I'm concerned
I'll take
for
any
y'all.
dub if I can.
Why?
Your fantasy skills are poopy.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, we'll get to that soon, too. We'll get to that soon, too.
I'm kidding.
All right. Nick, why don't you start us off with your lineup for tonight's game? You got the Seattle Seahawks at the Washington football team. Go ahead, start us off.
Mike can start us off real quick.
Oh. I was giving it to the champion.
Nah, the champion needs to go last.
All right, say the best for last.
Absolutely.
All right, so my captain tonight is Terry McLaurin. Because
Scary fucking.
Scary fucking. I
Right.
should have said that. My bad, because the Seahawks defense is trash. Then I have DK Metcalf because the D-backs on the Washington football team are also trash. I have Antonio Gibson, Alex Collins, DeAndre Carter, and Joey Sly.
I like it. Here, I'll go next. You know who I'm going to pick as my captain. And if he don't show up tonight,
He's not.
he's going to hear it from me.
You're gonna have a
right.
long night Wednesday if he loses this game.
You don't have to worry about it. See, there's no bias here. I'm going to remind you that later, too.
Yeah.
All right? Russell Wilson's my captain. He's going to show up tonight. Season on the line.
He'll show up and
All
lose.
right? Alex Collins. I got Mr. Passion himself, Taylor Heineke, in honor of Nick.
Yeah.
He's got passion.
Mr.
He does.
Passion
All right?
himself.
I got DK Metcalf, and then I got the 2 kickers per usual. I got Jason Myers and Joey Sly. Nick, do you want this or you want Phil?
I'll go.
Paul.
Mr. Fashion.
All right, so
that, dude.
my captain, I got DK Metcalf. I guess some people just don't learn to take a wide receiver as their captain. I got Tyler Lockett, Mr. Passion himself, Taylor Heineke. He's going to shine tonight because the lights are bright, and that's what passionate people do. They shine the brightest under the lights.
Yeah.
And I got Antonio Gibson, Joey Sly, and Jason Myers. Plug it in. It's guaranteed win.
Okay.
Wow.
We'll see.
Got a lot of confidence.
That rhymed.
That
That was a bar.
Dude, you're just rolling in life. I mean, geez. Wait till we
Nick.
get to his picks this week. God, I'm just going to defer to the champ all day today.
He's focused.
All right, Phil, you want me to do this or you want it?
No, I'll fucking
Polls.
I gotta get on the fucking board, but a lot of what Nick just had is what I had. So let me share the screen here.
Oh, he's got passion too.
Oh, Captain too.
Captain Taylor Heineke.
Nick turned on from that.
Captain Passion.
Captain Passion. That's real shit.
With the C. C across his chest. I like it, Phil.
Seahawks. What was it? The defense.
defense, yeah.
Defense, Seahawks. I got Collins, Everett. I got Antonio Gibson, and I got Metcalf, just like Nick.
Damn, so
Love
we got a competitive contest tonight.
Gerald Everett could be the changer if he
He's a
gets, if he finds
sleeper.
the end
He's a
zone.
sleeper.
He is a sleeper.
The fuck is a Gerald Everett?
I was crying.
So there's our DFS picks. And guys, I think that we owe the audience a reminder of who we picked for the game tonight. Maybe we could throw in a couple notes. All right? The game we locked in when this line was even. All right? It's a pick 'em.
It flipped.
The Psychotic pick 'em. Mm-hmm. So the boys across from me, they went Washington. I said I'm never going Washington again, and they actually are playing well now.
Big mistake.
So we'll see. They might win. They're at home. All right. They got Washington. I got Seattle. There's that. What are you guys thinking tonight?
Washington.
That's it? There's nothing special?
No,
Washington.
I think their defense is really bad. I think Russell Wilson's been playing like shit. I mean, he might be still injured too with his finger because I know they said it was a pretty bad injury to his hand and it's his throwing hand. So I don't know. I think Washington's playing pretty strong, and I just like Washington tonight.
It's
really
legit like a coin flip because both defense are playing poorly. They can't stop a nosebleed. It's just like, okay, is Russell Wilson healthy enough to win? Or is Mr. Passion going to take it away?
I hope for him. I hope he wins.
Me too.
But here's the thing. The line opened at a pick. Then it was Washington -1. Then it was Seattle -1.5.
No.
I thought Washington would be favored.
It went up to +2 for Washington.
Washington
earlier.
was +2?
+2 today, earlier today.
I love Washington. Always go with the original favorite.
It feels like a Seattle line. They're giving a lot of respect to Seattle. That's what it feels like.
It's Russell Wilson.
I'm
They're
keeping
still
tabs.
respecting him. But
Guys, if he don't win tonight, oh man, his own guy is gonna be cooking him up.
Russell
I'll be cooking Russ,
Russell
not the other
Mayfield.
way. All right, Russ won't be cooking no more. We'll be talking about that. All right, time to move on. I think that's enough. This game's gonna suck probably. So,
unless it turns into a shootout.
oh wait, it's not time to move on.
Hell no.
You got the props. We got the
some
Psychotic props of the night. Go ahead, Nick.
All right, so
Hit us with some prop bets.
So let's start off with quarterbacks. We got Russell Wilson over under 246.5 passing yards, and Taylor Heineke 242 passing yards over under. Fellas, who do you got?
Ooh.
I'm going over for Heineke, and I'm going over for Wilson. I think it's just an overnight.
Me
I'm
too.
going over with both.
Yeah,
I would say over with both too. Their defenses are terrible.
exactly.
Don't mean it's going to be pretty, by the way.
Right.
But that Washington pass defense, garbage.
And
Except for when Brady plays him.
and I
I
like it. Yeah,
I just poked at him already.
we're starting early. I like this. This is energy. This is fucking heat. I love it. So Russell Wilson and Taylor Heineke over 1.5 touchdown passes. Who do you got?
Over for both.
I'll say over for Heineke and under for Russell Wilson.
Oh, no respect for Russ.
He's got a bad hand.
I like it. I'm with you, dude.
Wow. So who's scoring for them? Are you guys like?
Alex
what are you
Collins.
guys thinking the score of the game's going to be? Like, can you give me an idea here?
It's going to be like a 24, 23, 21 type of game.
I would say 28-24.
Sheesh, man, it's.
Well, I'm hoping for more
It's gonna
field
be
goals because I have
ugly.
two kickers in my DFS
Maybe,
lineup.
maybe one of them throws a pick six.
If you got Seattle with 23, I'm getting a couple of Jason Myers field goals tonight. So
Very true.
I need Joey Sly.
go ahead, Nick. What
So
else
let's
you
move
got?
on. So the running back, Antonio Gibson, over under 64.5 rushing yards. Alex Collins, 51.5 rushing yards over under. Who do you got, guys?
Over for both.
Wow. I'm going to go under for both.
Okay.
If there's going to be an over, it'll be Collins, but barely. I think it's going to be an under for both.
Okay. I got
I think
Antonio
underproductive.
Gibson over, and I got Alex Collins under. So my sneaky bet of the week of the game, Taylor Heineke, 18.5 rushing yards over. It's going over. 18.5 rushing yards? It's going over. The guy scrambles.
That feels too easy.
It does.
Well, how is it
It's-
only 18 and a half?
Fade the public.
Sneaky play of the week.
I mean, that's good research right there.
What do you guys got over under?
I'm going over. That feels too
Yeah,
easy.
it does.
Feels like he's getting at least 30 tonight.
I'm saying under.
Under?
Yeah.
Okay.
When it's too easy, I go the opposite way.
Let's move on to receivers. DK Metcalf, over under 65.5 receiving yards. Tyler Lockett, over under 67.5 receiving yards. We'll start off with the Seattle Seahawks wide receivers.
I'll go under on DK and over on Lockett. Lockett's been trash for the past 5 or 6 weeks, and this is just one of those games where I feel like it happens.
Well, last week he had over 100 yards.
Yeah, but I just maybe it's because it's not really been impactful because they haven't been winning. So I just don't feel like I don't really feel like he's had one of those performances where he
You
snapped.
said 67.5 for Lockett?
Yes.
And what was it for Metcalf?
65.5.
Oh, man.
Why Lockett is more than DK doesn't make any sense, but I'm going to take over on DK and under on Lockett. It's a DK game.
I'm going to go over for both. I'm going to go over for both. They're going to win on his arm tonight if they win.
Let's
It's
move
just
on.
a weak pass defense.
Let's move on to Washington. Terry McLaurin, over under 66.5 receiving yards. Logan Thomas, over under 30.5 receiving yards. Who do you guys got?
Give me over on Scary Fucking and under on Logan. I think they'll ease. I think they'll ease him back.
Logan's definitely playing, right?
He is. He's active.
He's officially activated.
He's been out for what, 7-8 weeks?
Yeah. I mean, that kind of feels like an over for both, too. He's going to play right away.
Don't be fooled.
Yeah, I'm going over for both.
Okay.
Scary Fucking's a guarantee.
I got over for Scary Fucking. I got under for Logan.
All right.
Straight up. So,
I got passion.
my iconic lock of the game right here.
Write this down.
Scary Fucking, over 65.5 receiving yards. And Taylor Heineke, over 245.5 passing yards. Book it. It's plus 230. Easy money.
Did you parlay it?
You better believe it.
So you're saying that the lock of the week is the parlay?
It's the
Lock of the night.
lock of the night.
I
iconic
don't
shit.
hate that.
No, I don't
think it's a
either.
good bet with those.
Feels
defenses.
easy.
Free gas.
Why don't you throw in a touchdown,
Gas is
too?
expensive,
Huh?
guys. Go.
How much would you lay down on that?
$20.
That's real confidence. That's iconic. And I think you're going to hit.
Pause.
Yeah, pause.
Sorry. I wouldn't even be afraid to throw in a tutty there, too.
Yeah.
What, for Scary?
Scary.
I didn't want to get greedy.
I think
know.
he'll definitely score a touchdown tonight.
It just feels like that.
I like it. I love that bet.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
I'm in agreement with Nick. And now, it's time to move on. All right? I will give us a quick standings update. All right? Standings update for our picks, because I have to give Nick his props, unfortunately.
I'm coming.
Man, it's getting close, Mikey.
There's no way for
getting
me to go
close.
but down. I started off too hot.
I said I was worried about you, but now... Should we just sound the alarm?
That's cold now. You didn't even warn me about that.
the alarm.
Sound this shit, because
Oh, shit. Wrong
we're catching up, brother.
Here we come. I told you I was coming back.
But...
I'm still on
Mike,
top.
you
Like I'm
tied-
scared of the drop.
Mike, so
shit.
here's the thing. Mike tied me in money line. Nick is now 8 back in money line. All right. Spread. We're both within 5 games now of Mikey.
All right.
The fall from grace.
Tonight's result could mean a lot. Could mean a lot.
I've been letting you guys catch up for the past few weeks. Now
Order
it's all-
I'm wondering
now
if it's
all-
intentional because I've been betting on a comeback. Pause.
Yeah.
So the winner of the week, though, give Nick his props. He is heating up. He said he's taking this shit seriously.
Leftover
Nick went
lasagna.
11-3 on the spread and 10-4 money line. Tied with Mike money line this week.
Thank
We
you,
all
boys.
did well. It's a good week for the squad.
Listen to Psychotic and Iconic.
Pending tonight. Tonight could be big. That's crazy.
I had a great week.
You
What a
did.
great week. I won 2 DFS. I went in the picks this week. The Bucs won.
It's about
Yeah,
time.
so guess what else?
And my fantasy team won. I'm happy.
Guess what else?
Nick's happy.
You won our bet.
You're right.
Who'd you
I
bet?
had some Colts and took the Colts.
Bro, I got
And it was looking
2
real
dinners.
good. It was looking
I
good.
know I lost after that. That wasn't even a football game last.
So you guys owe me 2 dinners.
I owe you 2 dinners.
Yeah. So you got 4 dinners. So you sure you want them?
He's on a
I
diet.
can just give you the money.
I want a salad.
So there's that. And that's probably the last bit of clapping for Nick. Pause. Go ahead, get one more. Phil. Oh, all right.
appreciate
Yeah, you know
that,
what? Give him
man. Thank you
applause.
guys
He
so
had a
much.
hell of a week.
Thank you.
Mike.
I'm dead serious, dude. Almost.
So there's that. Before we go into the recap, though, we have to go to fantasy football. Guys, I don't know what it is. It feels like last week is a real calm injury week. And I think we said that on the show. We were like, oh, you know what? Like, there wasn't any major injuries for the first time all season. This week, the fantasy gods attacked. Oh, my God. Where do we begin? Fantasy football. I'm going to call it the week of the handcuff backs because if you don't have them, you're in big trouble.
I just dropped Madison like 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
I know.
Look,
Bro,
two leagues here.
I'm not even surprised with what's been going on with me this year.
2 leagues here got CMC. 1 league got Dalvin Cook. Yours truly. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Toilet bowl.
Yeah, you could sound the fucking for my teams. Actually,
race.
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
That's terrible.
You can put on the red lights and
What's
all.
your record in those, though?
I think in 2 of them I'm shot, but one of them, save for week 12 Lenny, I got a shot.
Fucking dude.
So, anyway, Christian McCaffrey out for the season after being placed on IR with an ankle injury. Dalvin Cook, torn labrum, probably out for the rest of the regular season.
I know somebody paying through one of them.
Well,
We'll save that. Don't worry about it.
does he get that much contact in comparison to a running back?
We'll see.
Carry on.
Carry the
That
hell
don't
on.
affect a quarterback, Mike. I'm not taking that shit.
I know. Don't. Yeah. Fuck. There goes a thumbnail.
Oh, yeah, I hope you got that.
Damn it, dude.
You shouldn't even said that. I did see it, though.
8:18 p.m. Marking it down.
DeAndre Swift, sprained shoulder, likely to miss the week, maybe more. All right. Ezekiel Elliott, knee issue. He could miss multiple weeks resting. That's what they said.
He was a
hurt,
full participant
okay?
today, though.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense.
I don't understand any of this shit. And gotta also say, Miles Sanders. I did not know this until after the game. I was like, why aren't they using him more? Miles Sanders re-injured the same ankle. I think it's the same ankle. But there you go. 5 key running back injuries. Tight ends, though. Darren Waller, week to week. Dan Arnold probably out for the season. After surfacing, showing some relevance. You guys would know that. Your league is deep.
He was playing pretty well, actually.
I know. It's crazy.
For like
Target-
a lower tier
target
tight ends.
hog.
Yeah.
Target hogs.
Absolutely.
So, obviously, and I think you guys will agree with me here, prioritize the handcuffs. If they are available, there are your waiver wire recommendations for the week. The handcuffs are those backs we just named. Let's go through the list. Chuba Hubbard. Alexander Madison. Oh, I hear that. Oh,
I got a new one.
that's fucking fire. I've been waiting for these. All right. Jamal Williams. Tony Pollard. Boston Scott even.
He's the best running back on the
Boston
Eagles.
Scott.
Scream it.
And Jordan Howard.
Hey, yo, scream that.
You guys are crazy.
Oh, he is.
Put some
I
bass
don't
in
know
that
how you
shit.
see that.
The fuck?
I have eyes.
Anyway, which of those handcuffs do you like the most rest of season?
I like Chuba Hubbard because I think the Panthers are a running football team, and he's played pretty well in the beginning of the season with CMC's absence, and they're just a running team. But Tony Pollard is fucking amazing. So,
I'm between Pollard and Madison.
but here's
The
the thing.
Vikings, I feel like score.
But here's the thing with Pollard is that I think Zeke is still going to be playing. I don't think he's going to be taking the weeks off. I mean, they're actually in a playoff race. They can't afford it. They haven't been winning.
Yeah, I know, and they have a tough game coming up with that. Now they won't have Mike McCarthy, but that might be a good thing for them.
Yeah.
Although it's Dan Quinn, so
Well, that's an interesting wrinkle, by the way. We forgot to mention that Mike McCarthy is now out. And there's multiple staff members that will be out.
I thought they were going to turn
Things
the
are-
head coaching over to Kellen Moore.
I know, right?
I would have preferred that over
They
Dan
went with
Quinn.
Dan
I mean,
Quinn.
did you watch Atlanta the last 5 years?
Things are falling apart. Things are falling apart.
You say that little smirk on your face.
I'm not smirking. I'm surprised. I'm surprised and disappointed in the Eagles. All right, but that's just besides the point. I'm taking Alexander Madison because I know he's going to play through fantasy playoffs. So there's him. It's him versus Chubbard in my mind because Chubbard. That's a great nickname, right? Put that on your list for titles. Chubbard. I really didn't mean to do that, but that's actually really great. Okay, so I'm going Madison. Hubbard and the Panthers the rushing offense has been ineffective lately. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't like what I'm seeing. Cam Newton's been garbage, all right? And Madison in spot duty this year has been lights out.
Awesome.
Like last year he was not good in spot duty. This year, look out. I think he's going to get 30 touches, and that's regular. But Tony Pollard is a stud. I just don't think he's going to have the most rest of season value. So if you're prioritizing waiver wire, like who you would go with first, you guys are still sticking with those same people.
Madison.
For this week.
I got to go Madison, actually, when I think about it. Yeah. I mean, like, look, I don't think you can go wrong with either or, but I think Madison has a little bit more upside.
Yeah, and to me, the only reason I don't like Hubbard is because I just think the Panthers are in bad shape.
But they run.
Yeah.
Because they can't pass.
He'll have a goal line roll.
5 of 20.
Actually, I shouldn't even say he'll have a goal line roll. Cam Newton
on the bench.
Cam Newton ruined it for the rushing attack of the Panthers because he steals all the touchdowns on the one.
Yeah.
All right. So there's that. I will venture to say this, guys. I'd be willing to place a high priority claim on every single player we just mentioned.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
At this point of the season.
You have to.
Tony Pollard's involved with or without Zeke.
Agreed.
To be honest. I mean, he is.
He should already be owned.
He is.
I mean,
he is in both, all 3 leagues I'm in, he's owned.
And Madison's been owned too. Fortunately, I have him in my Cook League, and I have Hubbard in 1, but not 2 of my CMC leagues.
Well, Tony Pollard, he was draftable in my eyes.
100%.
Yeah.
He was drafted in our league.
Yeah, I'm just saying, in just regular standard leagues, I think he's draftable. So.
I drafted him and cut him in week 1.
Oh.
And I needed in that league 6 running back maximum. But point being, though, now you're not only looking to supplement your own team, you are looking to block your competition. At this point of the year, that's what I'm doing. We're damn near playoffs, all right? You got to block your competition from getting guys that could leapfrog them over you in the standings. That's how I look at it. Especially if I'm playing against them. That's another thing, too. If you got the space, you go out and add these guys. All right?
What's his face with Kamara out? I mean, I know he got hurt too, Mark Ingram, but he has a carved out role in that offense too.
Yes.
Because they don't really have wide receivers.
Yeah. He's
100% addable.
And they've shown him in the past that they could feature 2 running backs. So he's more of a top 30 option the rest of the way for me.
I would agree with that.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, dude.
Could be even top 20.
And now with Taysom Hill, I mean, now that could take away from goal line carries. But if he's throwing short passes, dump offs, Ingram and Kamara out of the backfield, there you go.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Roll.
Yep.
So I'm going to ask you guys, we're gonna continue on with waiver wire. It just makes sense, all right? Waiver wire recommendations. I'll throw out some more names, and you could justify adding all these guys too. It's a good waiver week. I hope you have a good claim, all right? Who's the best of this bunch? And I'm going to tell you a bunch of names, all right? Dontrell Hilliard. 12 carries. He had 130-something plus yards and a tutty for the Titans. So he and Deontay Foreman split the work this week, all right? Matt Breida now sharing the Bills' workload, and he scored again this week. You got Taysom Hill. Looks like he's starting this week. I've been saying possible top 10 option if he starts due to his legs, etc. That's what he did last year, okay? Kendrick Bourne coming on for the Patriots. Mm-hmm. He's actually ranked in the top 25 by points right now. It's unbelievable. And then you got the combination of Rex Burkhead and David Johnson. Now that Philip Lindsay's out, they have been splitting the workload. They've been committing to the run. They had almost like 30 carries combined this week. Who's your favorite of the bunch?
For me, it's Kendrick Bourne. I really think he's emerged on the Patriots as their best wide receiver. And not to get too ahead, but I think the Patriots are the best team in the AFC. I really do. Mac Jones is playing awesome.
Damn good.
Mac Jones is playing awesome. And like I said, he's emerged as a wide receiver. He could run. He's fast. He could catch. So to me, it's Kendrick Bourne. And then I would say second, I'm between Rex Burkhead and Taysom Hill. Rex Burkhead just seems to, like, he does get work because he could catch. Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, even when he was in New England for the past couple of years, like, he did have some fantasy value. I mean, it was a little spotty, but.
Oh, that's because he had Brady.
Yeah. Well.
What? It's true.
No, I know. Just hearing you say that.
Oh.
Oh my God.
All right, so
Go ahead, Nick. Who you got?
I would say Matt Breida. I don't think he's played really well with the Niners in his past, and he's been pretty decent for the Bills. And Devin Singletary, he had a really good game on Thanksgiving, but like again, he's very inconsistent, and I don't think they believe in Zach Moss as much. I mean, he's been like inactive,
Healthy scratch
twice this year, and like in the first game of the season, and now late in the year, there's something going on. So like I would take a chance on Breida, but my honorable mention would be Kendrick Bourne. Definitely, he's been playing awesome.
Zach Moss was their touchdown guy last year.
Yeah,
And he
In the
was
red
this
zone.
year,
Yeah,
too.
it's weird. I don't know what's
Just
going on with
suddenly
him.
disappeared.
yeah.
And they're not really committing to the run anymore. But I'll say Matt Breida looks the best in the offense.
For sure.
The speed dimension is major.
Yep.
I don't know why they don't give him more work. He looks the best. He just never
was
stays
injury-
healthy.
I was just gonna say he's just injury prone. He's a good back. He's just when he was with Miami and the Niners, he just gets injured.
I'm going to say for mine, guys, I mean, at this point of the season, I'm usually looking at running backs. I think I'm going to go with Dontrell Hilliard. I like what I saw. This is 2 weeks in a row, and they look like a team that could feature multiple running backs. Because what else are the Titans going to do right now? They can't move the football.
I agree with you.
They can attempt to run, though. He's got PPR value as well. So I don't really love that bunch, but I think they're all addable.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Like you could
Every one of
literally,
them.
you could justify using a priority claim on every single guy. We just gave out literally 10 recommendations in one show.
I'm not sure about Taysom Hill though. I don't know.
He's so hard to judge, dude.
It's just because like the Saints don't have much on offense outside of the running back, so it's like
That's why I mentioned.
I don't know how can I gauge him. Like I
He did
don't
it
know
last
how
year.
he's gonna.
That's all.
I know.
4-game sample size. They went 3-1, and he was a top 10 fantasy quarterback in those 4 weeks. That's my justification. And they sucked last year too. They were actually worse. You know.
We'll see. I don't know. I'm not really a big believer in putting him in my lineup. That's
I mean, you could be a guy like me where you have Russell Wilson. You're wondering, do I want to have somebody there just in case? You could be a guy who had Ryan Tannehill as your starter and feel let down. Or you could have Jalen Hurts, who sucked this week. He sucked.
oh my god.
And we'll get there too. Okay. So there's that. Psychotic Player of the Week. Who wants to start?
I'm gonna start. It's Leonard for tutties. Come on, guys. He sealed the game for the Bucs on a 28-yard scamper.
That was
to
crazy.
Put the measly ass Colts 6-6.
Man, that's disrespectful.
17 carries, 100 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground, 7 catches on 8 targets and 31 yards, and a tutty, producing 44.1 PPR fantasy points. I know you didn't want to hear that.
I know.
because you
I
played
hate 'em,
against
bro.
them.
You need to go through all
and
that.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm just giving my Psychotic Player of the Week, and that's it. That was him. 4 tutties.
I'm in agreement. And I'm not saying anything else. I played against him. He said everything that needs to be said. That's it. Every time I look up,
I kind of have to go off of you two because I am a Lenny owner and he saved me in my one league. So how could I not? But I thought Nick had a chance of saying Joe Mixon because Nick picked him in DFS.
Yeah.
Despite his dislike for Joe Mixon. And also Nick's guy, Jalen Waddle. Right there.
I picked
right
my
there,
head,
man.
not my heart.
Right
Pause.
there. So, I
Don't
mean,
look at me when you say that shit.
You got a fam. You better relax.
the stuff going on at the other side of the table.
We're gonna need fucking seating arrangements soon.
Yeah.
Man. Anyway. Yeah. So, fantasy feces of the week.
Dog shit
Credit
of the
to
week.
Nick.
Shout out E.
You're poopy. All right.
I'm going
Who was a
with
turd of the week?
Chris Godwin.
Wow. Why?
Because he had 3 points. He's a premier receiver, dude. And I have him.
Okay.
I'm tired of it. He
That's
was
a fair
garbage
choice.
this week. He had negative points going into the fourth quarter. He had negative points.
Passing
rate.
attack. Something's going on
It
right
was
now.
terrible, man.
Sorry,
he
Nick.
was so bad. Like I actually texted at one point in my fantasy chat and was like, "Yo, did he get hurt? Is he hurt or out of the game?" Because he had -3 from the first quarter when he fumbled until the fourth quarter.
Is it weird that this passing attack has suffered a drop-off since AB went down? I think everything's going to change when he comes back. Gronk helped. But this passing attack has taken a dip. Much to my surprise and anybody else's. I know what Nick's thinking, and that's fine.
I'm chilling.
I'm not panicking.
I'm chilling.
I'm just saying.
8-3.
It's a crazy observation.
I mean, they're still
I think he's their best receiver.
They
this
put
year.
up 30 points and they don't have, and then they're adding him in a few weeks. So I mean, it's looking out when he gets back.
The outlook is looking very good for that team.
And
very
especially
good.
if they could run the ball like that, 17 times for 100 yards or whatever it was.
They're already playing. It feels like they're almost playing playoff football right now. But fantasy feces of the week, Nick.
My fantasy feces of the week is Polidor's fantasy team. I'm kidding, fam.
Wow! Wow!
Really?
That's fucked up
Holy hell.
shit. You better remember that when I'm arguing with him a little bit. You better remember that when you're taking sides.
But that hurt me right in my heart.
kidding.
No,
I'm
I
kidding.
would never say that to you.
I'm kidding.
I
That's
would
love.
never say
He
that.
didn't even let me in on that secret that he was just going to do. What
Bro,
was that plan?
it's out of love. You know
I
what
know,
I mean?
I know.
Like, come
That's
on.
He unloaded the clip.
Yeah. Pause.
Yeah,
But-
facts. Lock, curl, and fire.
No, my fantasy team is horrible, dude. So I need to just take it on the chin and move on.
Pause.
Every time I say that, you know.
All right, so on a serious note,
Yeah,
it's got to be Tony Jones Jr. with Mark Ingram and Kamara out. He only produced 27 yards on 16 carries. That's literally 1.69 yards per carry, producing only 2.7 PPR fantasy points. It's just really bizarre. I mean, it feels like you could plug in any running back in there and they're going to succeed the way their offense is schemed. It's just he was bad.
I agree with you there, and I had him in DFS. We both did, and we were
Yeah.
like, "Oh, it's looking real good."
Fecal matter.
That was the whole reason they were willing to move on from Latavius Murray. They liked Tony Jones.
I know.
What they like?
I don't know.
Still searching.
Is that actually? Wait, they moved on from Lat Pasillo for him.
That was
Yeah.
why.
Sorry to
And
hear
then he
that.
got hurt.
Miss Lapis.
And that's why they had to bring back Mark Ingram. That's exactly what happened. I got one for you, though. Fantasy feces of the week. I could have easily said CMC because I'm just used to getting no points from him. So I'm not going there. That's too convenient. I'm going Jalen Hurts.
Oh,
Jalen Hurts.
I'm shocked.
Oh my God.
I'm not,
shocked.
because I sat Russell Wilson in the one league. I have both of them. I'm like, how can you justify sitting Jalen Hurts? He's been a top 5 fantasy quarterback all year. He's got a high floor. Guess what he did in my league scoring? 7.86 fantasy points.
I think he had 5 points.
Okay.
In ours.
He had a 45% completion percentage. 14 completions on the day. 129 passing yards and 3 picks. And he looked like trash doing it. So I'm going Jalen Hurts because he killed my season. That was a must-win game. My season's now over. In all likelihood. I mean, there's a scenario when I could get in, but Jalen Hurts, man, I can't even believe how bad he was. I can't believe how bad the Eagles were this week.
We'll talk about that.
And we're getting there, but that was absolutely atrocious. It was really his first bad game in over a month. I'm really disappointed.
Jalen
Yeah,
Hurts.
it's-
It actually kind of brought me back down to earth with my thoughts on him. It was that bad.
Don't get a knee jerk.
No,
reaction.
it wasn't knee jerk, Mike.
It happens, dude.
That said,
Jalen Hurts.
He still threw 2 game-winning touchdowns at the end.
Thank you. Okay, there you
But-
go. I was waiting for it. Because if Rieger catches either one of those, all is forgotten. All it's talked about is he had a really bad game. But
I would have remembered some of these throws that I saw. This would look like a guy who can't win a game from the pocket.
And I've been screaming this, but we'll get to that later.
So, there is your Psychotic Player of the Week and Fantasy Feces
love
of the Week. It's a little raunchy, isn't it?
I love it.
I mean, give Nick the credit there. And I had the cojones to say it on the show.
good for you.
It's a dirty word, but you know what?
Corrupt.
I don't give a shit.
We're dirty.
You know
Yeah.
what? I mean, those players, they were trash this
Yeah,
week. They were outright trash. So we got one more fantasy segment for the night, guys, and then we got to turn it over. We got a lot to discuss, all right? It's the fantasy trade deadline this Friday. Friday, December 3rd, and you have to have your trades accepted before midnight. Okay? These are the rules, I'm just saying. Now, your league could have different settings, but the standard trade deadline is this Friday. I want to know if you guys have a target that you want to buy, like right now. Give me your favorite target. It could be like a mid-tier guy. It could be a big name. What do you think?
If I'm buying right now, I'm buying Jalen Waddle.
Wow, I love that pick.
I think
I love it.
He's an awesome fantasy player, and he's a good wide receiver in general. I think Tua, for all the shit that we talk on him this whole year, has been playing really good. And I mean, I'm buying Jalen Waddle or even a lower tier guy. Elijah Moore for me would be somebody to target. He's getting the bulk of their targets on that offense.
Target hogs.
He had 8 targets yesterday again.
Unbelievable.
It's just Zach Wilson, his cheeks.
They still won.
Yeah, but
He is looking pretty cheeks, though.
Fun fact: I bought Jalen Waddle 2 weeks ago.
Yes, you did, Nick.
I traded
You're looking
Adam-
real good.
I traded Adam Thielen and Brandon Bolden for T. Higgins and Jalen Waddle.
And T. Higgins
Love
was
it.
this close to a touchdown.
I lost Robert Woods. I had to replace him.
Yeah.
So.
No, you made a good trade. I mean, Thielen had a good week, too, but
But Waddle actually had more fantasy points. So
yeah.
I'm happy about that.
And, I mean, Higgins was literally an inch from a touchdown.
He's a beast.
His kneecap was down on the
Well, he did
half
score.
inch.
He scored a 32-yard
Yeah,
touchdown
right.
like, early in the game.
So he could, I mean, he would have had a bonkers game then.
Yeah.
You know?
So, all right. So, since you said Waddle, I'm going to go Keenan Allen and Damian Harris. Keenan Allen, he's been playing decent ball this year. Not his standards, but they are a passing offense. I think they're going to feed him the ball. He's their playmaker. They gotta get him involved. And I see that happening down the stretch, especially since they lost last game against Denver. They got to win. They got to go to their best players. I see Keenan Allen being a really good player down the stretch. And Damian Harris, look, the Patriots run the football. And I didn't think Stevenson really played more than Damian Harris. I think Damian Harris had more of the carries. And he's been awesome all year. Like, honestly, like Damian Harris has been a great RB2. So if you need RB2, go out and go get him.
Yeah, people are probably looking at him like, he's splitting the work a little bit. But you know what?
Shit.
It don't scare me.
He's the 1A if they are. And he scores.
I told you guys, Damian Harris, top 15 this year.
You did.
Bottom line.
I got him in a league.
He's a beast.
I bought him last year. Yo, but then I got something for you. I'm going to start with Devontae Smith.
Okay.
All right? Look at the rest of the season schedule. You got the Jets. You got Washington twice. You got the Giants again. All right? That's looking pretty good. And I think after this week, they realize there can't be weeks where we don't feature him. He's been playing so well, guys.
the emotion he showed at the end of that game was awesome because he's so even keel.
Yep. That
But-
wasn't my top one, by the way. That was just, I was just thinking about it now. The schedule's nice. All right?
Mm-hmm.
DeAndre Hopkins is my top target.
Okay.
I've said this for a couple of weeks. I just think people are sleeping because
Forgotten about.
he's had kind of a down year by his standards. He's been hurt. No one knows how he's going to do when he returns. They have literally 5 weapons. Okay? I'm going out and I would pay up for him. Even if he is what he was earlier in the season, a touchdown scorer with 60 yards, there's something to be said for that. I think you might be able to get him on the cheap. All right? You might have missed the window, but I still think you could get him. Another receiver-friendly schedule. You got the Bears, you got the Rams, you got the Lions, and then you got the Cowboys and Colts. They've all been bad against the pass. All right? Last, and I said this one, and now I actually mean it even more. Julio Jones.
Oh, hell no.
I'm sorry, I have to say it, but A.J. Brown probably won't be back until week 17. All right? Julio Jones, if he's healthy, because you can get him for nothing. That's my point. You can either get him off the waiver wire or you can get him for fucking pennies. This team needs a playmaker, okay? They also have a weak rest of season schedule. You can laugh all you want,
I'm
guys.
not laughing at you. I'm laughing at his reaction when you said Julio Jones.
We had him in our top 10 for the
I felt
season.
that, bro. I was
know.
like, oh, hell no. I'm cool on
I'm
him.
good on that, bro.
Listen, if you have to pay nothing to get him, it's a no-brainer. You could give up possibly your worst bench player and get him right now. But their rest of season schedule, you got the Jags, you got the 49ers, Dolphins, Steelers, okay? He's going to be the number 1 target
If
in this
he's
offense.
available.
He should be. That's the whole point. They should have put him on IR sooner so this wouldn't continue happening like last year.
Yeah.
So
Over
that's an
67.
easy that's an easy trade, I feel like. Easy. You got to make a gamble? Why not? You won't give up your worst player?
I just can't take.
I know it's
He let me
frustrating
down
because
so
I'm an
bad.
owner of him,
Me
and
too.
I managed to hold on to him reluctantly.
Yeah,
Just
it's tough.
saying, though, I think now I can see the light a little bit for him. All right? There are your psychotic and iconic trade deadline players to buy. So we had a lot of fantasy talk today.
Bye.
We had a lot. But now we got to get into our recap. All
do
right?
it.
And we're going to touch on anything we missed today. We're going to try to touch on Wednesday, okay? So we're going to focus on the headlines. All right? Week 12. Week 12, Lenny. Game of the week. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Indianapolis Colts. Do we agree that is the game of the week?
Of course.
Awesome, man.
What a
Wow.
great game. Great game.
Wow, it felt like a playoff game. It really did.
Both teams were balling.
So I'm going to give you the final score. Okay. Hold on one sec. What is going on here?
It was the Bucs 38 and
Yeah.
Colts 31.
Yep, that is correct. As Nick referenced, Lenny scampers for a touchdown with 21 seconds left. It looked like, they'll settle for a field goal.
Yeah.
Lenny had other plans, man. He had a hell of a game.
That was bad for you.
Yo, if he doesn't score that touchdown, the Colts have that kick return in Bucs territory, and we're going to overtime. Period.
I know. If
It's
it-
actually
About that,
crazy.
too. Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's
too.
crazy. Unbelievable game. Carson Wentz had 3 TDs, and Lenny was the headline for the Bucs.
yeah, absolutely.
All right. But the biggest headline of all might have been the turnovers. Both sides. We had 7 turnovers, right? 7 turnovers in this game, and it still looked like a playoff game.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on this game, guys? Like, how do you feel about the Bucs now? How do you feel about the Colts? Let's hear it.
For the Bucs, I think it was a great road win. They needed that. They were 2-3 on the road prior to this game. I think that gives them a lot of confidence because they know at home they're pretty much unbeatable in Tampa. So to get this road win was huge, especially to stay in atop in the AFC. Or I'm sorry, the NFC. And I'm so used to seeing Brady in the AFC.
I know. It's crazy still to this day.
Yeah. So I think this was a huge win for them. They're only a half game behind the Cardinals for the top spot.
That is correct.
I think it says a lot about the Bucs' resilience. Their defense looks really shaky still. Their secondary is so beatable that it could really haunt them, down the line. But for the Colts, it feels like later in the game they were in control. They stopped running the football. They forgot they had Jonathan Taylor. So I think that was the game-changing point for them in the second half. And because not for nothing, they were up 28-14 at half against the Bucs, and then they got smoked the second half because again they faded away from their identity. Yeah. What got them there? So
they choked.
They did.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminded me of the playoff game last year that they lost. It was the same ending, really.
Mm-hmm.
And what sucks is they've had 3 games this year: the Ravens, the Buccaneers, and who's the third? Where they were up huge. They were up 22-3 against the Ravens and lost. They were up against the Buccaneers 28-14. I forget the third one. I was reading it the other day. They were up big again. I mean, that's their season right there. Just 2 of those.
Was it the Titans?
It might have been. Yeah, it was the Titans.
Yeah.
And that, like we were talking about, because then Henry got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That was that's crushing for them.
Yeah.
But I think overall for both teams, I think it was good for both. I think for the Colts, they realized that they could play with anybody. I know, granted, they lost. I'm not trying to do a moral victory here.
Mm-hmm.
But, for Carson Wentz to come out and basically go toe-to-toe with Tom Brady, I feel like that's really good for him and his confidence, going what he went through. And then for Tom Brady, he just did what he always does. It's when they were down 28-14, there was still part of me in my head laughing it's not good. They need to come out.
It's never over.
They need to come out and score a touchdown on the first possession and put them away. Because you go up 35-14, I feel like that's where I would be like, okay, they got this.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that, obviously, and then they came back. But just like Nick said, not going to Jonathan Taylor and letting them eat the clock. And then Wentz, man, again, he had the fumble, which killed him, and it sucks because it just goes back to the whole he still makes dumb mistakes. But for me, that game was awesome. And in every single way, other than Leonard Fournette going awful.
Yeah, I think the turning point for me was the muff punt by the Colts.
Me too.
That
really
sucked too. Yeah, I
just
didn't even
gonna
get to
say that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Usually reliable, Nyheim Hines. That was it right there. I knew the Bucs were winning after that.
That's the momentum.
But it's still it wound up being close. But the Colts just they could not. They can't continue with this late game stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, these teams could meet again. I said this messing around in a way, but in a way, the AFC is wide open, guys. If the Colts play the way that they have been and can figure out their late game woes, maybe tighten up a little bit on the defensive side.
Tighten up.
I know, Nick.
You know what's weird about that?
But they're looking like a force right now. This is the dark horse. They were my 3rd seed preseason. All right.
You got good bounce, guys.
Yeah. I'm learning. I'm learning here.
Working on it.
I'm just trying to model after you guys.
You did a great job.
Nick's got great form.
Family.
Go ahead.
I lost my train of thought on what I was going to say. Oh, the thing is, too, I don't feel like the Colts are poorly coached. And the way they lose is the way poorly coached football teams lose. Just bonehead.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because Frank Reich's a really good
It's just
coach.
poorly timed mistakes.
Inexperience.
Couldn't
Could be
even say
that,
that.
too. Yeah, that's a good word.
I mean, because Carson Wentz looked like that dude for most of this game.
I know.
And you saw, like, whenever you see Carson Wentz loading up and he chucks that 60-yard, 70-yard pass.
That was a rope.
I can't even think of that.
He did a
kid's
couple
name.
times in the game.
Ioli or something?
Yeah, whoever that guy is.
That was a dime.
Doolin? Ashton
Doolin.
Doolin?
Yeah,
Ashton
Doolin.
Doolin.
Yeah.
Never heard of him before, bro.
Same here.
That was a beautiful pass.
I mean, he looked like that dude. And this is a game where, like, we needed to see that Carson Wentz could win
Mark, is that true?
a playoff game. Yes, it is true. Mark is correct. If
They get their first round pick for Wentz if Wentz plays half of the next game.
Week
versus
13 was the target game. This week is Week 13.
Well,
coming
I
up.
want him to stay healthy just because I'm a big Carson Wentz fan. But
we knew as long as he stayed healthy, he's going to play for this team. They're in contention. I mean, the Titans are slipping right now. They're 2 games back, and literally that is the 2 games they lost to the Titans. They're 2 games back still.
Yeah.
Like, if they win this game, they're probably winning the division. The Titans are slipping a little bit.
yeah, because they beat Buffalo and then the Buccaneers. And who do they play next week? They don't play. I don't think it's that good of a team.
The Colts, they play Houston.
Yeah, he just said that. That's
Yeah.
I got to stop with the sour.
They play Houston, and
And Tennessee plays Jaguars next week.
I see that they're off. Week 13.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
yeah,
They're on the
so
bye. That's sour.
They need that. They need that. For real. They need this.
That's what's in the living room.
So, I mean, I think what we learned was both of these teams are going to be forces in the playoffs. We already knew that by the Bucs, though. I'm not worried about them. All right. Nick knows I'm going to be saying a Brady comment. I think Brady's level of play has dipped off in the last month. Okay? He's got 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions in his last 3. I believe that it was 9 or 10 touchdowns and 7 turnovers in his last 4. Okay, this is not Brady-like, and he's been under 230 yards in 3 of the past 5, despite being one of 2 QBs in the whole league to have, hold on. He has no less than 34 pass attempts in every single game this year. There's only one other QB in the league that has done that, and it's Justin Herbert. So this is a high-volume passing offense, which is why, like, I got no worries. This is Tom Brady, okay? And he's getting AB back, which is major. I think it's major, okay? But I have to say, guys, he's been weak. He's winning games. The team is doing well. They went 2-2, but, I mean, 2-2 in the last 4. It's just interesting. It's an observation. I'm not worried. But this was a headline today, not just by myself either. Tom Brady has not been playing well lately.
I love these headlines because you know
Well, he
damn
feeds
he
off it.
reads them, and it's
They're hanging in his room.
this is the perfect time. It's about to hit December. Thanksgiving just passed. This is when their season's actually going to start. Be careful.
And Nick knew I was going to be picking on him, so I think I got the emotions out a little bit already. I've been poking the bear.
Look, just
But
keep that same energy.
It's
all
still
right?
Tom Brady. I am not worried.
I'm not worried either.
I'm just pointing out, though, he's
Well,
had a
I'm chilling.
bad month of football. And we've been quick to criticize Josh Allen, all right? Josh Allen's stats the last 3, let's see. I had this open. Here we go, all right? Josh Allen had 8 TDs and 5 picks in the last 3, which would be like, all right, you know, he's actually had a tougher schedule in the last 3. And he's outplayed Brady, but we've been nothing but critical about Josh Allen recently.
and he's got his ass busted 41-15 a couple weeks ago.
Listen.
So,
He lost to the Jags.
let's scream it.
Listen, no, that was 4 weeks ago, but still, point being, there's other quarterbacks in this conversation. Like Jalen Hurts' stats are comparable to Tom Brady's last 4 weeks.
That same quarterback, Josh Allen, they lost to the Colts 41-15. And
All
they were
I'm
home.
saying is,
And they were home too, Mike. But Brady was on the road 38-31. Bottom line, I don't know what you're talking about, Mike.
listen, all I'm saying is his level of play, it needs to be better. It will be better.
All I'm saying is
It will be better.
I think you're just a little too critical of him. I think he's 44 years old. I think he's in the MVP conversation. He's
He
probably
is.
number 1. I think you're just a little too critical.
He's got the highest odds right now to win MVP.
I was going to say he has to be in the lead.
He is.
Right now,
He's 44, cuz.
I'm leaning Aaron Rodgers personally. He's doing more with
You
less.
have a fair argument because the
Aaron
Packers
Rodgers-
they're really playing
Aaron
good.
Rodgers took the lead for me this week.
But
And I've been screaming for 3 weeks in a row, guys. I've been saying Tom Brady just needs to have one fucking good game for me to put him as my number one. And I've been literally I've been picking him everything.
they just put up 38 points.
Yeah, but Tom Brady
not
is not
enough.
playing well,
not
bro.
enough.
He's not playing well right now. It's
not enough for him.
He's not playing like Tom Brady right now.
It's not
He's
enough,
not.
Mike.
He's not playing like he should be right now.
Lights out.
He's not. And they started. So the weirdest part about this whole stretch of play here is he started off the season like this last year, and then took off mid-season and on. Now he started off the season strong, and mid-season, well, to be determined. But so far, last month.
Well, it's good that he's doing it now.
So I actually want to ask the audience a question. I think this is a fair question. All right. Who is your current MVP, Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers? Right now, it is so wide open. It's just waiting for somebody to grasp it. It is wide open. And the moment that one of these guys has a ridiculous game, they're going to take it right now. Aaron Rodgers took the lead for me this week.
Why? Because he had one good game?
No, he's been playing really well. He's been playing very well.
Well, he's been immunized.
Oh, I don't want to go there. Fucking dunce. Anyway.
What a guy.
For me, it's Brady. I mean, name me another 44-year-old quarterback that went 8-3. I'll wait here all night.
Vinny Testaverde.
I'll wait here all night.
Nah.
No.
I got time today. I told you, I got time. I got plenty of time.
Only quarterback I could think that was that
I
old.
appreciate Nick being...
I don't got work till 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. We can stay here all night.
You're going to the gym at 5:30.
I'm gonna compliment Nick once again because I thought he was gonna be real fiery when I said this.
He controlled his emotions.
He did.
I'm practicing.
But listen,
I am.
But listen, I'm gonna give Nick credit for being even keeled because this is, despite the stats, we all know it's Tom Brady. He's gonna turn it around.
Yeah.
Okay. This team, when Antonio Brown
Paul's
comes
mom
back,
says Aaron Rodgers.
She hates Brady.
Buddy always agrees with me. Facts.
Mama,
She does.
she knows I hate
I love
Aaron
her.
Rodgers.
She's great, man.
She was
She's
so
great.
mad at me about Carson Wentz.
Oh, look at that! Another vote for Rodgers.
Oh my God! And he said Murray.
Took over from Murray since he sat.
Mark, I'm deleting you off Facebook.
Thank you,
Murray.
Mark.
I can't
David
wait.
Pasillo family. I'd say Brady. Who else?
Yeah, it runs,
Come on.
It runs in the blood, bro.
Who else?
Passion.
David's got
Shout
that.
out Dave.
Anybody
Dave.
else?
Yo, Dave.
Anybody going once,
I mean,
twice?
Kyler Murray. I can't wait till he comes back, and I can't wait. I just can't
Well,
wait.
well,
Can't
listen,
wait.
bro. If he goes off, he's right back in it too.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yo, they should realistically win out. The only game they might lose is Dallas.
They're on a bye this week, right?
They were. Yeah.
We need them to beat Dallas.
I know.
Fuck that. I'll be Kyler Polidor that week.
Look at that. Another vote for Rodgers.
What's up, Dom?
Age doesn't play into effect in this vote, Mark Stewart says. He is correct. Because Aaron Rodgers is old as shit, too. All right. And he's got that toe issue. He's going to be having surgery this week, guys.
No, you opted against it.
I thought he is having it. I thought he said he was.
He said he's putting it off for now.
Oh, man. Oh, boy. Well, that could be an issue. But that team is in pieces. I don't know how they're keeping it together. It looks like the way this playoff race is shaking up, it looks like it could be a repeat of last year in all regards, even on both sides. It
It's
looks like the
wide open.
Chiefs, the Bucs, the Packers. It looks like kind of the same. And you throw in a few new teams, like the Cardinals. It's just shaping up that way. As Macho Man Randy Savage said, the cream of the crop always rises to the top.
Randy Savage.
I had to throw that in there. I've been saving that for weeks. Okay? All right. We spent a lot of time on that game. We're going to cover a couple more, and then we're going to save the rest for Wednesday. You guys cool with that?
Yes, sir. Do it.
I think it's fair to go into the Packers next. We were just talking about Aaron Rodgers. The Packers pretty much handled the Rams the entire game. At home. OBJ, Mike.
He was 5 of 10. You got to be better. Empty calories.
That touchdown,
Empty
he looked pretty
calories
sharp
is
on that.
fucking crazy.
Empty calories,
He looked
bro.
pretty sharp on that tutty, Mike.
He looked pretty sharp on them 2 drops,
Guess
dude.
what?
And right in his mitts.
I won my game because I started him boldly. I won my game.
And you know what's funny? Right on schedule, he turned into Odell Jackson because he hurt his hip. Just like I said, he
I didn't
cannot
see
get
that.
tackled.
Listen, we'll see. I'm just saying.
He'll be fine.
This is game 2 in his Packer career. I almost feel like obligated.
It's game 2 into his career, and he's already on the injury
game 2
report
in
and
his
being
Rams
monitored.
career. Excuse me. Devontae Adams took a little shot at him. You guys see that?
Love it.
I love that, by the way.
I love it too.
That was awesome.
Someone want to dive in on that?
I was just great. Go get yourself a Cooper Kupp jersey.
Facts.
He asked him for a jersey swap after the game. Devontae Adams
I love
replied,
that.
go ahead, say it
That's
again.
what I miss about sports. It's like the competitive shit.
Yes.
I don't like
I
this
love
fucking,
that.
they're all boys
Don't
and
you
shit.
brown nose
Man,
me?
fuck that.
Yeah, I love, dude. I
You
love
passed
that.
on us.
Facts,
Don't you
man.
brown nose me?
Yeah.
I like competition.
You like passion.
Exactly. I
You
love
guys-
it.
Are you guys worried about Matthew Stafford a little bit?
He is who I thought he was.
And you let him off the hook?
Hell no. My hook.
That's the best. That's the best.
He's a good quarterback. I just
We
don't.
need
I
to
just
have
don't
that
trust him.
soundbite.
We do.
Write that down.
I just don't
Phil,
trust
write
him.
that down, okay?
Wait, what soundbite? Say it again.
They are who we thought they were. Just write it down so we remember this.
Yeah, he
That's
is,
an
bro.
all-time great.
Bro, he is. It's what exactly what I said, bro. Him and Goff are the same fucking dude.
You know what else, too? Does Sean McVay ever win any big games?
Yo, he is so overrated.
Does he?
He gets passes all the time.
Who's overrated?
McVay.
Sean McVay does not win any big games,
Sean McVay is not overrated.
but he's a great coach. Don't
He
get
is,
me wrong.
no, he is a good coach, bro. But he never gets criticized.
He took Jared Goff to the Super Bowl, bro.
Oh my god,
I always remember this.
Jared Goff is 0-16-1 since he left McVay.
dude. Matt Stafford was doing the same thing
That's
over
bad.
there.
Oh, well,
That's a fact.
I mean,
Dude, he went to a trash franchise.
0-16-1?
wow, look at this comment. Mark's on fire, bro.
He does. Yo,
Stafford doesn't
I've
know
been
how to win. He's been in Loserville for too long.
I've been saying this for years, and everybody said, "Oh, you're just a hater." No, I'm not. I'm telling you what my eyes see.
I think he's a good quarterback,
Who?
but Stafford.
Stafford is a good quarterback, and they went all in on a guy that's never won a playoff game, and they don't have a first-round pick for 3 years.
You crack me up, bro. You defend Baker and trash Stafford. I'm confused.
Ooh, what are you talking about?
I'm confused,
this
bro.
might be the
Hell.
heat we needed.
Wait, so tell me how did I just trash Stafford?
You just said
I didn't trash him.
he can't win.
Is that a wrong statement,
They're in the thick of it in the NFC.
bro? They have a bomb squad.
I know.
Well, they did. He got hurt now, but
Here's the thing with them. I think the Rams are actually doing him disjustice by adding these players because they're hurting the chemistry of the team. They were playing great ball before Robert Woods got hurt.
you didn't. The thing is like with Stafford, I'm saying the same thing every time. I think he is a good quarterback, but people put him in the pedigree of that he's the guy that can take your franchise to the next level, and I never seen that because he didn't do it with Calvin Johnson. He had him for 7 out of his 9 years in Detroit.
That's literally all they had, Mike.
Bro, he's a top 5 receiver of all time.
But that's literally all they had. They had no running game. They had nothing. No tight ends. They had Brandon Pettigrew as their tight end.
Bro, you at least have to give me something.
They had no offensive line. I mean, look, he got dealt a bad hand in Detroit.
And I'm not. And I get it. I get that. And like
He
I said,
did the
I'm not.
best he could
I'm
with
legitimately.
what he had.
When I
Right.
say
I
that,
think.
And
I'm
he put up great
legitimately-
numbers.
I'm not shitting on him at
Hall
all.
of Fame numbers.
Yeah.
I think Matt Stafford is a good quarterback. I just don't think he's in the upper echelon where he can take your franchise over the top. And until he proves me wrong, I'm right in that argument.
Well, we're going to learn that really soon.
So you
We're
think
going to be
Is
learning.
he top 10 in the league right now?
Yeah.
Top 10.
He is. He's around 10.
I mean, he was floating in the MVP conversation
I was
too.
going to say
and
he
can get
started
right
off
back in,
great.
too.
He started off great.
That Robert Woods injury killed him.
It's not too late.
But
can
they were
get right
playing
back in.
the game or two before that too. They didn't look too sharp either. But he threw a pick 6 for like 3 straight weeks.
Yeah, but it's funny with the Rams too is that I think they're getting away from the run.
They have.
and they're and
It
it's
seems
not
like they're
allowing
getting desperate.
It's not allowing the play action to open up with Cooper Kupp going across the middle, getting those first down yardages, and Higbee too as well. They got to get him more involved.
This is
He's actually
where
really
this is
good.
where Cam Akers would have been huge because
know.
Darrell Henderson's
Agreed.
kind of slowing down, and it's likely because he's playing hurt.
And the thing is too with Kupp now, you can really double him. Like you couldn't really do that with Woods.
Well, you could bracket around them.
Yeah, like you could spot. You could spot
try.
almost.
You
You
could
don't. You
try.
can't. You can do that now. I mean, not for nothing, but nobody's scared of OBJ. They're not.
I totally disagree with you there.
I know, and you're wrong again. But I'm just saying, like,
5 for
it's-
85 and a tutty, Mike.
bro, it was one bomb. Van Jefferson
Still
outproduced
something.
him,
That's still something, bro.
and he got hurt already.
I
He's
do like
hurt.
I do like Van Jefferson. He could
Van
play.
Jefferson's good.
He's very good.
He makes too many drops.
I know,
But
but he's a young player.
I want OBJ, if he's that dude, he needs to be able to go over the middle
And
and
that
catch
was in
balls in
crunch
traffic.
time. They needed that too. that
It was a very
touchdown.
good play. It was. I just tweeted, "Where's Odell?" And then he's running down the sideline, and I'm like, "Dude, what is going on?"
That's so funny.
That's crazy. I didn't see that. Back to the Packers, though. I mean, they've been down Bakhtiari. They've been down Alexander. They've been down. Aaron Jones, who came back, but come on, he's still hurt. Okay. I mean, is there something to the Packers this year that makes you feel better about them than last year? They kind of feel like a more resilient group this year. We all know it's the last dance. Let me read you Aaron Rodgers' numbers, by the way. This is the last 6 games, okay? I mean, he's literally... His season numbers are incredible now. Like, I thought it was kind of low volume initially. The season numbers, guys, right now, 23 TDs and 4 picks. But in his last 6, okay, he's got 13 TDs and 1 pick. Aaron Rodgers is playing like an MVP right now. That's with virtually nothing around him. Injuries, lack of a run game, Devontae Adams getting doubled. I mean, they literally have nobody behind Devontae Adams. And then he's got the toe issue. Can't even move. So what are you guys thinking? Is there something to him this year that makes you feel better than last year? Or are they just, you're still going to respect him as a contender? Is your opinion altering at all is what I'm trying to get at.
Not really. I mean, I feel like Aaron Rodgers is playing like Aaron Rodgers this year. The problem is he just gets to the NFC Championship game and he runs in. I mean, well, last year he ran into Brady, but he just doesn't seem to get it done in the playoffs. Outside of his one playoff run, I mean, his playoffs have been pretty bad since 2010, and he was a 6th seed when he won that Super Bowl. He was the wild card.
It's a fair criticism.
And I'm not, like I said, again, I'm not taking anything away from him. He's an amazing quarterback. He is. But this year, when he won that Cardinals game and we were all laughing that night, I was saying those are the games that he normally doesn't win. And he won it. And that's good that was good to see for him. And, now he has to do it in the playoffs. Last year he had a home playoff game in the NFC Championship game. Like, that's where you make your name. I
think I'm just wondering if this is sustainable. Because if they can't run the ball and they can be thrown on, even though the pass defense has still been pretty good, I'm just wondering how they can hold up in the playoffs scenario. Wouldn't you say so too, Nick?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, I'm still going with the Bucs there. I'm going with the Cardinals too.
For what?
If I had to pick, order of strength, I'm going Cardinals and Bucs over the Pack.
I would say Bucs, Pack, Cardinals. I would put the Cardinals 3. I just trust Aaron Rodgers more right now.
That's fair.
In the big
That's
moment.
fair as well.
Kyler hasn't been there yet, but
that's fair. That's fair. Nick, what do you think of that? NFC top 3?
Yeah, I'll go Bucs, Packers, Cardinals. It's hard to disagree with a 9-2 football team.
2 weeks ago, I probably would have had Dallas.
And they're just quietly.
I probably would have.
I would have had them 3rd.
Cardinals just quietly sitting right there, 9-2.
Packers bye week is this week. Yeah, because I'm missing Rodgers fantasy, but it's perfect for them.
So guys, I got one more game. that I want to touch on, and the rest we're gonna save in the interest of time. All right. And then I got a DFS update that's gonna be mind blowing. Mind blowing. All right. We got Vikings at 49ers. 2 teams that have been pretenders, but this was a playoff kind of game here. The 49ers have won 3 in a row. They leapfrogged the Vikings. They are now the 6th seed in the playoffs.
They look like the team I thought they were going to be.
Are they legit? Are they back?
That division is not over.
Yeah, you're right.
That division's not over. It's not even close.
It's making my preseason pick of all 4 of them getting in look good.
Nuh-uh.
What?
The Seahawks.
I had all 4 of them. Oh, yeah. Well, they're still, yeah. Well, we'll see. Pending tonight.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself there.
What's not over? The division?
Yeah.
He said division. Division's kind of over.
They're 6 and 7 and 5.
Nothing's dead.
Aren't the Rams 7 and 5?
The Cardinals.
Oh, I forgot about the Cardinals.
But the wild card though. Yeah.
Yeah,
division,
I'm sorry. I totally forgot about the Cardinals.
Everyone's forgetting.
Sour.
It's okay,
I really
Mike.
did.
Everybody forgets about the Cardinals, and that's fine. But
And that's what makes them scary.
I know.
It does. I gotta.
They're able to get back to full health too. But wild card though. So are we liking the 49ers again? Are we back on board?
They're playing good football. But
I want to hear what Nick says too, because Nick really liked the 49ers. He's been picking them pretty much in all their games this year.
Yeah, I think they have a really talented squad, and they've been playing really well. What are they, 3 straight?
3 straight.
3 straight. They've been playing really good, and I'll tell you what, Elijah Mitchell has been running the football, and he's been really effective. And he's been really helping out that overall offense, especially with Jimmy G. because he was struggling.
Show some love to what's his face too.
He was struggling early on, but then they got the run game going, which opened things up. And he can play quarterback. They have Deebo Samuel, which he got hurt, by the way.
Is he a running back, a receiver?
Oh, dude,
Jesus. He's a do-it-all, man. He's amazing.
Love him.
But his usage, yeah, he did get hurt.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he'll be fine in a couple weeks. But his usage has led to Brandon Ayuk.
It's about time.
I know.
And he's hot, man. He's been literally, this is all three of these games. Brandon Ayuk has been the featured receiver.
It's really about time. He was really good last year, and I was surprised of the usage early on in the season for him.
Really so strange, right?
Yeah, I love him coming into the year. You have Ayuk and Samuel, and you have Kittle. It's like, damn, like they're loaded.
With Deebo going down, it could be really big for Ayuk's psyche if he gets involved and he starts producing. Like those are things that could turn players around. Except for Jalen Reagor.
More opportunities, you're saying?
Yeah, because now he's going to be
produced like a number one. You know,
he has to. They don't have any choice. But, I mean, good for him, though. I loved him coming into this year, and he was trash up until 2 weeks ago.
I think it's finally that they're running the ball effectively, and Jimmy G's being minimized, but he's doing just enough, too. He's playing well, and this defense already was pretty good.
He's not turning the ball over.
He's not turning the ball over. He's been playing better. It's about time. So I'm kind of feeling like they're in this conversation, too. But the Vikings, where do we stand with the Vikings?
Real fast.
Go ahead.
If you're the Niners, do you regret the Trey Lance pick right now?
No. I'm moving on from Jimmy G next year no matter what.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Even if they win, if they won a playoff game, you're moving off of them?
I don't think they're going to. But if they did, it's still not enough for me. He's already done that. If he's not getting me past playoff game 1, he's not getting me past playoff game 2, and he's not getting me to
Played in a Super Bowl.
But he's not getting me there again. You know what I mean? I'm moving on from the contract.
I don't know.
I'm going to use that money to get better at other positions. And I mean, the report that came out, it was yesterday. They already said the plan is still to move on from him in the offseason. They'll just get better compensation if he keeps playing well.
No, I think he'll definitely move on. Is Trey Lance that guy? If he was that guy, he'd be playing by now.
Because my thing is, if you moved off of Jimmy G and you put in Trey Lance, and you come off of, say, a 10-7 year, and you put in Trey Lance, and he goes 5-12,
You're
that's
back to square
disaster.
one.
That's a disaster.
I think that they were on the brink of letting him play, and then this is when the team got hot. Simple as that. And you can't now play them. They won 3 straight, and they're in the playoffs.
They're interesting.
Yeah,
they are interesting.
As a whole. As a whole, they're just between winning and their quarterback situation.
Because the talent is there on that team. They're a pretty loaded roster. So
where are we? What do we think about the Vikings though now? Because they can't be consistent at all. So what are we thinking? Are they going to be a playoff team or what? They're still the 7th seed.
I can't put him there. I mean, Dalvin Cook got hurt, and they have Kirk Cousins. I mean, he hasn't been playing bad all year, but like they need to move on from him.
He has 23 touchdowns and 3 interceptions.
He's having a statistically good
having
year.
a great year, but he's just not that guy to get it done in the crunch time.
He's getting paid like a franchise guy. Yeah. That's kind of what it is. But he's having a good year.
Yeah.
He just with me again.
It's just something different every game.
It's empty calories.
There's something new every single game that is unaccounted for the previous game. It's like they can never have a good game all around. And so for that reason, I'm out. I'm done. But they're still going to be hovering there. It's just that, like, how can you count on them? Actually, the question I'm going to ask you guys next is, do you think an under 500 team is going to make the playoffs?
No shot.
No.
Right now, it's, look, I'm going to leave the Rams out of this. 6 seed and on. Niners, 6-5. Vikings, 5-6. Falcons, 5-6. Saints, 5-6. Eagles, 5-7. Panthers, 5-7. Shit, you even got to include Washington, 4-6.
I don't think so.
It would be a tall task, but it's possible.
Who's getting in?
I don't think it's
Vikings. I mean, I don't feel comfortable saying it. Even after watching the Eagles this week, I feel like the Eagles they were playing a better stretch of football than the Vikings.
I don't think
they got an easier schedule.
I don't think an under 500 team gets in.
I mean,
I like the Niners.
It's getting ugly.
I like the Niners' chances. I think Carolina.
Well, the Niners are getting in. They'll be the 6.
Yeah. Well, Carolina's been slipping heavy, and I don't really trust their quarterback situation either. So
I'm out.
5 of 21.
It was horrendous.
He's back though.
I'm back.
We said it last week when he started slamming the football at the 50-yard line and stuff. He made it all about him.
Yeah.
He did.
Humble yourself.
So I mean, who do you like better then, Vikings or Saints? And I'll even throw in the Eagles. Who do you like the best of the 3 right now for the 7th seed?
It's so. You know what? You know what's
It's
funny?
so
I love
awesome.
that. You know what's funny?
Thanks, Phil.
I would say the Eagles easily.
See?
But to lose to the fucking Giants.
I know.
When you knew the Cowboys just lost on Thanksgiving, they played with no urgency. It's coaching. It's fucking
No.
coaching.
So, I'm with you.
It's bad.
Wait, let me do.
You don't lose to the Giants, cause
I know. I'm with you.
Let's hold that for Thursday
Okay.
because I think we got a lot to talk about.
I was getting ready to like exuberate
I know.
passion.
I know. We had a lot of fantasy talk.
I'm gonna.
Mike, who you got?
I'm gonna say the Eagles still, even though it was a bad loss. My thing is I've seen Kirk Cousins. He just don't do it for me. He just doesn't do it for me, bro. It's empty. He's empty calories.
Empty calories.
He
Kirk.
is, bro. He just doesn't like. He's 23-3. How is your team under 500?
That's facts.
I mean, if you can't win with him having 23 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, then I don't know what to
How
tell
are you gonna win?
And you just lost
Right.
Dalvin Cook.
I know.
But you have Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, and Adam Thielen. Come on, man. Like it's enough with that.
I'm going Eagles too.
I'd go with the unknown before I'd go with the known trash.
I'm going Eagles simply because of schedule. And I think that they learned a lot this week, and we're gonna dive in on that on Wednesday. All right, but I'm gonna point out we have to talk about the Browns Ravens. We got the Patriots. Okay. We got a heavy schedule this week, all right? We got the Patriots, we got the Bengals. All right? Shit, we even got Dallas. We got Dallas and the Raiders. I mean, we got a packed schedule for Wednesday. And then we got our usual picks. Okay? We're gonna have some more props. We got some more DFS. A lot of competition. All right? 2 things before I pass this off. 1, I'm gonna point out my favorite comment of the night. And we were past this, but this is an amazing analogy here. Dom DeLelsi, am I saying it right? DLC. Dom, all right? Cardinals are like the Eagles in 2017. It don't matter who the QB is, the overall team is good enough to win, and they're being slept on.
They are being slept on. I'm not gonna lie. Like nobody's talking about them.
This is actually
and that's
how
scary.
it went in 2017.
Scary.
The Eagles were the first seed the whole year.
And then they got hurt. And then they fell off the map. And nobody talked about it again until they won the Super Bowl. That is really like
comment of the night.
I agree.
Comment of the night, and I'm not just saying that because
he's a smart
I
guy.
have the Cardinals. That's like, I mean, it feels that way.
Thank
it
you
really
for your
does feel
comment
that
too
way.
as well.
Thank you for all the comments.
Yeah.
And guys, I want to point out a DFS update as promised. All right, Phil, oh man, it's still there.
Oh shit.
Phil is leading.
Oh no, I'm losing.
In DFS. There's going to be a punishment if we lose this one. We're going to have to figure that out. If Phil wins, we've been talking about this. We just didn't talk about what.
He congratulates himself.
I do.
Well, that's for one, but listen, we're supposed to be the experts here.
Gerald Everett, touchdown.
Gerald Everett.
Wow.
See that?
I said that.
Sleeper.
Wow.
Look at Phil. Phil, get some airtime. Go ahead. Let's see that smile.
Phil.
He's
I don't even
cheesing.
know what fucking buttons I'm hitting.
It's not
God
over.
damn it. That's my smile. That's all I got.
It's not over.
It's not over. It just
I'm going to
started.
give Phil his credit as much as possible. That is impressive. We shall see. Score update. You guys got one of those too? Pretty sure 7-3. Mm-hmm. And who's winning?
Seahawks.
Seattle's up 7.
And you know what else
now.
too? Mr. Passion just got picked off as we speak.
Yeah.
Rush just threw a 40-yard bomb to Tyler Lockett. Things are looking up. We'll
Lockett's
see.
got 96 yards, so the over is smashed early.
Listen to Pauls.
There you go.
I thought it was a DK game. I guess he's still quiet, so I'm kind of confused by that. But
He'll get there. But guess what? So we'll save the rest for Wednesday. Remember, Wednesday night at 8 o'clock instead of Thursday. This week only. All right? Packed show. We're going to love it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Nick, you know what to do.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments. If you haven't done so already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. We are also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Megaphone, and Stitcher. And also, if you haven't done so, please give us a follow on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and we'll see you guys Thursday night at P&I.
Wednesday night.
Oh, Wednesday night. I'm sorry. You're right.
This
That's
Wednesday. Wednesday
Damn,
at 8.
good save. Wednesday night, we'll see you there.
Correction,